will engage in a peaceful transfer of power.
Right now at 6, Kamala Harris officially concedes the presidential election.
And Adam Fravel awaits the jury's verdict in his murder trial.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 6. I'm Ken Kozorowski.
And I'm Emily Brown. Vice President Kamala Harris conceded her election defeat to President-elect Donald Trump during a speech at her alma mater, Howard University, today. Harris told her supporters that while they may be feeling upset, they need to accept the results. She spoke with Trump on the phone earlier in the day where she congratulated him on his win. Harris said she told Trump that the Biden administration will engage in a peaceful transfer of power. She also said that she is proud of her campaign despite the end result.
The outcome of this election is not what we wanted, not what we fought for, not what we voted for, but hear me when I say, the light of America's promise will always burn bright.
Donald Trump will be the first president to serve 2 non-consecutive terms since Grover Cleveland. He served as the 22nd president after the 1884 election and as the 24th from 1892 to 1896.
Democrat Tammy Baldwin has narrowly won re-election to the U.S. Senate in Wisconsin. She fended off Republican banker Eric Hovde by 0.9% for a third term. That's about a 29,000 vote victory. And third parties played a role here. 2 other candidates on the ballot earned about 70,000 votes. Baldwin's victory does come well after Republicans have already flipped control of the U.S. Senate. Hovde, meanwhile, has not conceded this race, and he could call for a recount.
Now to Wisconsin State Senate and District 32. Incumbent Brad Pfaff has won, defeating Republican challenger Stacey Klein. Klein spoke with us last night as those results came in.
The way the race is looking right now, Senator Pfaff, he continues with another 4 years. I just hope this is a wake-up call for him to realize that when he says he supports certain items, that he really should vote for them when he gets down to Madison, and then also being bipartisan, actually use that and be partisan when it comes to issues that really matter for our communities.
Pfaff took the district by 4 points.
Key state assembly races remain in focus today. In the 94th district, incumbent Democrat Steve Doyle is beating Ryan Hipsch by 217 votes, with precincts reporting. Hipsch says he is considering calling for a recount here, as this margin falls well within the 1% margin. Doyle retains this district that was drawn as a slight lean Republican district under the newest state maps.
And it was an important night for area school districts with referendums on the ballot. News 8 Now's Allison Fergut breaks down what those results mean. Allison.
Ken and Emily, the majority of school referendums that we followed ended up passing. District officials are glad to see the support for public schools, but are hoping changes at the state level mean there will be fewer referendums in the future.
This is just a powerful moment for our school district.
In La Crosse, voters approved a $53 million building referendum. The district will close 3 elementary school buildings, build a new one, and make classroom additions to another.
I think this just brings a number of wonderful, great things for our community, for our students, for 21st century learning.
Eau Claire schools passed a $72 million referendum to keep programs like mental health support.
We're going to be able to keep those in place and really make sure that kids are in a place where they are ready to learn and exceed their expectations.
And Sparta got the votes for a referendum that will bring major renovations to the high school and fund smaller projects across the district.
It gives us an opportunity to really re-envision what Sparta High School and the learning spaces are.
But not every district ended the night with a win. Voters in Tomo rejected a $177 million referendum that would have built a new high school. And in Bangor, a $900,000 recurring referendum to keep school staff and programming failed.
To be 64 votes away is a little bit disappointing, to say the least. The need doesn't change.
This November, 121 districts had referendums on the ballot. District officials say a broken school funding formula is to blame.
The legislature has not provided the funding that our school district needs.
Jimenez is hopeful that after the election, there will be some relief for districts. Democrats didn't win the majority in Wisconsin state legislature, but they flipped some seats.
I think school districts need to continue advocating for our students, advocating for our families, advocating for more funding.
Despite what happens at the state level, districts are ready to do what it takes to provide students a great education.
Our kids are worth it. Our community is worth it, and we're gonna get the job done.
Bangor schools are planning on putting another operational referendum on the ballot this spring, and a number of other school districts will head to referendum in the coming year. Ken and Emily?
All right, thank you, Allison. And for all the area referendum results, head to our website, news8000.com.
Well, it was a wet, rainy election day. That was basically throughout the day, but drier conditions so far today, Greg.
Yeah, basically really a typical November day minus the sun that we didn't have. We had low cloud cover, but all in all, the temperatures were right where we should be, upper 40s to low 50s. So not a bad day. We just haven't seen the sun in a couple days. We were going to see more of that probably coming up here tomorrow and Friday, but for this evening, we have some clear skies out there, but there are some areas of clouds also. Temperatures in the upper 30s, pretty typical. Light winds, so all in all, not a bad November evening. Otherwise, Eau Claire to upper 30s to mid 30s. I think we will see more clouds as we go throughout the night, more low clouds, but for right now, they're scattered in nature out there. So some of the areas that are still seeing the clouds out to the east, like Volksfield, Marshfield, they're still in the mid 40s. Other areas to the west have kind of cleared out. They're kind of dipping down into the upper 30s, but I think we will see more of that overnight. The good news is the systems that we're watching are well to the south, so we're not going to see that one for quite a while. We just have some clouds to the west, so it's going to be a quiet stretch, and especially overnight, you might have to deal with a little bit of low clouds to start off. I don't think we'll see any widespread type fog. Temperatures pretty much in the mid 30s to the upper 30s, a little bit above average, so we have it going on. So coming up, we do have a dry stretch, but we do have some rain for the weekend, so we'll give you an idea if that's a washout on either day and what it looks like going on to next week if these mild conditions continue.
All right. Thank you, Greg. Adam Fravel's fate is now in the hands of a Mankato jury. News 8 Now's Grace Monk joins us at the courthouse with today's closing statements. Good evening, Grace.
Ken and Emily, the courthouse was full of family and friends this morning as the 2-week trial comes to an end. The state gave evidence and testimony arguing that Fravel had the motive, opportunity, and manner to kill Madeline Kingsbury. Prosecutors say his possessiveness and anger caused him to lash out. The defense argued law enforcement targeted Fravel and say he didn't put Kingsbury's body near Choice, Minnesota. Prosecutors disagreed, saying that Fravel grew up in the area, knowing where and how to hide the body. The judge has ordered jurors to stay until 9:30. If a decision is not made by then, they'll continue in the morning. In Mankato, Grace Monk, News 8 Now.
All right, Grace, thank you. Fravel is charged with first-degree murder with a past pattern of abuse and first-degree premeditated murder.
Well, more than a century of brewing tradition in the Chippewa Valley is coming to an end. The parent company of Lou Leinenkugel's Molson Coors plans to close the Chippewa Falls Brewery. The brewery started running in 1867. In a statement, they say they made the decision to focus on the main site in Milwaukee and will be closing 2 smaller brewing operations in the state, one being the Chippewa Falls Brewery. They did not say when the brewery would be officially closing.
Furry friends in La Crescent have a new place to play. The city has cut the ribbon on a new dog park called D&G Park. Peyton Giroux, an Eagle Scout candidate, created the idea for the park as part of his Eagle Project. He says the park offers an open space for dog lovers who don't have their own yards.
Reproductive rights.
Some states cement abortion protection into their constitutions.
At Ashley, it's not just Black Friday. It's the Ashley stain-resistant fabric Where Have You Been All My Life Black Friday event. But don't wait. It's also the Ashley You Can Save Up to $1,000 store-wide Black Friday event.
Stay warm and cozy this winter with La Crosse Fireplace Company and receive a 30% federal tax credit. Unlike a traditional steel wood stove, a Hearthstone soapstone wood stove delivers consistent heat using beautiful soapstone. Purchase your Hearthstone wood stove before the end of the year and receive a 30% federal tax credit on the entire package and installation. La Crosse Fireplace Company, because your place is by the fire.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we're the cold weather experts, offering unbeatable deals on the gear and supplies you need to get ready for winter. Like $120 instant savings when you buy 4 Cooper tires. Rewards members save an extra $50. Plus, get up to $100 in additional savings by consumer rebate. Save $100 on this Cub Cadet dual-stage snow thrower and this Shelter Logic garage with zipping door, $200 off. Plus, check out unbeatable toy deals in Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Toyland, now open.
Ho-Chunk Gaming Black River Falls brings you a kickin' country Christmas with Mason-Dixon Line. A family-friendly Christmas spectacular with Mason-Dixon Line Live. Friday, December 6th. Tickets just $25 with $10 in free rewards play. A Kickin' Country Christmas, Friday, December 6th at Ho-Chunk Gaming Black River Falls. Enjoy the show and stay the night. Book a room at our hotel and ask for the $25 will get you $50 rewards play casino package. Limit 2 offers per room per day.
Hey, want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
Guys, what are the chances you can fix this?
It shouldn't be too difficult.
So like 1 in 100?
Fellas, I can fix this.
Like 1 in a million?
I can do it.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Yes.
G
and D, yeah!
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 To everyone who craves a fresh meal, come have a taste of Wisconsin.
America's Dairyland, as in real dairy.
It gives Culver's fresh frozen custard its famous rich and creamy flavor.
Like really rich.
So rich.
Rich and creamy.
And our cook-to-order Butterburgers?
They're topped with, you guessed it, Wisconsin cheese.
But it's the smiles we put on your face with every meal made just for you.
It really makes our hearts melt.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
At Ashley, it's not just Black Friday. It's the Ashley Mommy Needs This More Than Anything Else in the World Black Friday event. But don't wait, because it's also the Ashley You Can Get 0% Interest for 72 Months Black Friday event.
Seven states voted to cement reproductive rights into their state constitutions.
Measures also passed in Colorado, Maryland, Montana, Nevada, New York, and Missouri, which currently bans abortion entirely with the exception of medical emergencies. The new rights will be enshrined in the state's constitution, but it doesn't explicitly undo the law. Abortion rights advocates expect serious pushback from the state's Republican-controlled legislature.
We are anticipating a tough legislative session, so we are ready to fight.
Abortion opponents prevailed in Nebraska, South Dakota, and Florida. Only about 57% of voters supported the measure in the Sunshine State. It needed 60%.
'Tis the season.
Local communities are getting into the festive spirit with some holiday street decor.
We definitely have a dry stretch coming, but we do have some weekend precipitation that could impact some of your activities. We'll time out the precipitation and see what it looks like going into Veterans Day. That all coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
We've done many renovations. We bought an old house and have made it into an up-to-date house. Whenever anything involves plumbing, the first call I make is to Maxwell White. Their technicians put together a great final product.
Are record high energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today.
If you want selection, then that's what we've got at King Furniture. More recliners. King Furniture has more Lazy Boy recliners than anywhere else in the Coulee region. Fabric, leather, even lift chairs. Try them all. Sit on this, sit on that. There's plenty here to choose from because it's all about choices, you know. And as always, free delivery. Just try that anywhere else.
King Furniture.
Nice people, nice furniture.
I've been with U.S. Cellular for 27 years. They've always taken care of me. But when they asked me to talk to you about their special customer event, Us Days, I said, I gotta get in shape. So they sent me this Hollywood trainer. Oh, this guy's no joke. Us Days means exclusive deals just for us customers.
Now let's try burpees.
Us Days is back at U.S. Cellular.
Current customers get $1,200 off any phone, plus $400 off any tablet.
Maxwell White celebrates servicing the La Crosse Coulee region for 30 years. Much has changed, but not our commitment to you, providing local, honest, and quality plumbing repairs and solutions. That's Maxwell White, plumbing done right.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Winter may be weeks away, but holiday spirit is in full swing across the Onalaska area.
Yeah, crews are transforming the streets with festive touches today, decking lampposts with twinkling wreaths and bringing some seasonal sparkle to the city.
Some may say, you shouldn't be decorating until after Thanksgiving, but weather provided, we like to get a good jump on it.
Alexson says when the giant Christmas tree in front of David Ray's is finished, there will be a lighting ceremony. And in La Crosse, the city's signature snowflake lights are also taking their places along the streets.
Well, in spite of all of this holiday decor, it definitely does still feel like fall right now.
Oh, absolutely.
The leaves are still on the trees. We've got some bright colors, and we've got a nice fall dry streak ahead of us, Greg.
Yeah, we definitely have more like October-like temperatures here coming up, more in the 50s. But for the most part, today was more like typical November-type conditions with temperatures. Still cloud cover here early on. Some of that low clouds that kind of hung around. That's beginning to break up and push east, but it's not going to get out of here probably until tomorrow afternoon. So I still think we're going to wake up with some low clouds. The good news is we don't have any really system to deal with. The one that we're going to deal with for the weekend is still spinning south near Colorado, providing quite a bit of snowfall for some of the areas down there. Eventually that will lift northeast up towards our area, but not till the weekend. And even then, it's not going to be that impressive of a system coming through. So we're going to deal with some cloud cover overnight. Could be clearing early, but then maybe some low clouds developing late for the morning commute. Don't expect to see any type of widespread fog out there. Otherwise, more sun towards the afternoon of Thursday. Plenty of sun probably with a few clouds for Friday, so dry conditions both and milder as we go throughout. Dry for the most part Saturday. Cloud cover will be on the increase and begin to lower, but I think most of the day should remain dry. There's your temperatures for tomorrow. A few degrees warmer than we've had today, a little bit above average, but all in all, not too bad. The west wind will pick up in the afternoon. That'll kind of help get rid of some of the cloud cover that'll hang around, at least in the morning hours. And Friday, more sun. We should boost those temperatures up to more the mid-50s. A few spots could be upper 50s to near 60. So all in all, not a bad, excellent, really, Friday for early November. Cloud cover, we talked about that overnight. I think you're going to start seeing that expand again as we get past midnight. This is low clouds, not really fog, but you'll be dealing with that towards the morning commute as we go throughout. Here and there, if we do clear out, we might see some areas of fog, but overall, it should be pretty dry as you go throughout the morning commute. Light winds, all in all, not a bad morning commute, but dealing with the fog. Once we get past that, we mentioned the system to the south. It's going to sit down there and spin for a while in the southern plains, and it's really not till Friday we see a little bit of cloud cover in the evening hour. Some of this high cloud cover begins to approach the southeast, but not till really Saturday we start seeing clouds increasing, and then this first band begins to approach probably towards the afternoon for far southwest areas. Maybe as we go for northeastern areas, you might be more towards the evening. That'll come through. It's not going to provide a lot of rainfall. The low will push up to Sunday. First part of Sunday probably is going to be a little wet. I think the second half will just be cloud cover. I'm not going to expect that. By the time we get to Veterans Day, that should push northeast, and we should see dry conditions going into Monday with some sun going on overall. Now, precipitation, nothing like we saw the last systems that would pass through. I think we're going to see maybe a quarter to a half. Overall, it's going to be light amounts, and even when it does rain, it's not going to be like last Sunday or Saturday night when we had quite a bit of light to moderate rainfall. This will probably be light rainfall and a lot more cloud cover than rain, so that's what we're going to be dealing with basically from Saturday night probably into early Sunday at least. Otherwise, temperatures remain mild. Even if we go into Veterans Day, upper 50s, quite a nice day too. The next chance is middle of next week. Beyond that, it's still mild conditions, so all the precipitation we're getting right now is still in rain, and our temperatures staying above freezing, so enjoy this mild stretch. So eventually we're going to get back to more November, and yeah, the S word's going to be coming here soon.
Snow?
Yes. That's the word.
Okay.
That's it.
I try not to say it right now because everyone doesn't want to hear it.
That's
No,
right.
I don't want to hear it.
Okay.
Coming up next in sports, back to state. The Aquinas boys soccer team is heading to familiar territory tomorrow. Find out why the Blue Golds will need to be on their A game on Thursday. Jacob is up next.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
Is your personal injury lawyer trying to sell you a settlement that you don't think is fair? You need a lawyer who won't settle your case just to move on to the next one. Get the full compensation you deserve. Get Bygoff and Rohde.
It's the Veterans Day sale at Home Furniture, and everything is on sale in living room, dining room, bedroom, and mattresses. Take an extra 10% off sale prices or pay no interest for 3 years. Plus, all Christmas decor is 50% off. The Veterans Day sale, now at Home Furniture.
The holidays. And holiday trips. And holiday toys. And holiday bonding. And it all comes together in a Chevrolet.
Find your red tag. Get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups. Plus, get $3,750 total value on this Silverado when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Visit HometownChevy.com.
Not everyone starts their day at the same time or in the same way. But no matter when or how, your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative is there to help you power every moment of it in countless ways. Because whenever it starts, one thing is certain. We never stop. Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, your source for power and information.
Right now at Home Sleep Express, get up to $500 off select Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets and a $300 shopping card. Plus, no interest for 5 years, free white glove delivery, and a 120-night comfort guarantee. The Veterans Day sale at Home Sleep Express.
When I called other lawyers, I wasn't even sure who was going to be representing me. Once I called BGR and talked to Brian, I felt secure immediately. I'm so glad that I called Bygoff and Rohde.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports.
Well, the Aquinas boys soccer team was just a few inches away from losing their opening playoff match against Northland Lutheran as the Wildcats almost scored a game winner, which would have thus ended the Blue Gold season. Fast forward to tomorrow, and the Blue Golds will be playing in the state tournament in Milwaukee. It's the second time in 3 years that they've played in a state game. A good number of players from that team are major contributors on this year's squad, including Jackson Kanothi, who was the goalkeeper in 2022 and is in net this season as well. But both seasons, he thought he would be the one scoring goals instead of keeping them out.
I just thought I could contribute more to the team in goal than I could offensively. I wouldn't say I was doing terrible offensively. I just wasn't scoring as many goals as I thought I should be, and just thought I could help more on defense.
And it appears as though Kanothi will be a busy guy in net, as Shoreland Lutheran has scored 46 goals and allowed 0 in their last 10 matches. But there will be some chances for Aquinas. The question is, will they be able to convert those chances?
It's going to require that defensive mindset from us. Hey, you know what? We got to dig deep. We're probably going to be limited on our opportunities, but when we do get that, golden opportunity to get it rolling, we have to make sure we make it count.
Blue Golds haven't lost since September 7th. They'll look to keep that unbeaten streak going with the start time scheduled for 11 a.m. tomorrow. Yesterday, we found out the Packers moved on from edge rusher Preston Smith as he was traded to the Steelers for a 7th-round pick. Green Bay also didn't bring in any players via trade before the deadline, and Brian Gutekunst says there were conversations, but they felt best about staying pat.
I mean, you can't, it's not a store you can go in and just pick and choose, those guys got to be available, and there just wasn't a ton available this year. So we always look at a lot of things, have some conversations, talk to people, but not a lot materialized this year.
And some thought Green Bay might add a pass rusher or cornerback, but they instead opt to deal the 31-year-old Smith. I like that saying that he said it's not a candy store that you can just go in and pick and choose, but a lot of people thought it would happen. So
I like his last name.
Gutekunst. Yeah,
I think
it seems like a fun job, though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
GM.
Oh, absolutely, to have that much influence.
Yeah.
It sounds like Preston Smith had asked for a trade just
True,
because
yep.
the scheme fit doesn't fit his style of play. So kind of a win-win for both sides.
I would think it's kind of what we're looking for. Get some young guys some more reps out there and stuff like that.
And no ill will,
No.
essentially, between Preston and the Packers. All good.
Yep, should be good.
Thanks, Jacob.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, we'll have another look at your forecast right after this.
Life's busy. Off is not an option. You need to be on. On time, on the go, on the call, or just ready to play on. Life's waiting. Power on with Batteries Plus. Visit one of over 700 locations today.
Ho-Chunk Gaming Black River Falls brings you a kickin' country Christmas with Mason-Dixon Line. A family-friendly Christmas spectacular with Mason-Dixon Line Live. Friday, December 6th. Tickets just $25 with $10 in free rewards play. A Kickin' Country Christmas, Friday, December 6th at Ho-Chunk Gaming Black River Falls. Enjoy the show and stay the night. Book a room at our hotel and ask for the $25 will get you $50 rewards play casino package. Limit 2 offers per room per day.
Hurry, we're gonna be late.
Come on, guys, smile. Hi, Mom.
Guess who's home? Okay, everyone smile.
Batteries Plus has the national scale for all your power needs and a dedicated expert for the local support you want. Power on with Batteries Plus Business.
All right, we could see some lower clouds developing once again tonight, so that could impact your morning commute. Don't think we'll see widespread type fog, just some clouds that'll linger through at least Thursday morning. More sun as we go Thursday, Friday, and temperatures remain mild, and even Saturday. Most of the day probably will be dry. That rain really comes evening and night. And not expecting anything like last weekend, though.
No.
Okay, good.
It's nice.
Yep. Nice. Indeed. Thanks so much for joining us tonight at 6.
We'll see you at 10.